Hello Maximizers, this is Milton Herring, author of Your Purpose, Your App, Stop Drifting and Start Living. Also Creative Maximizing Moments with Milton podcast, which you can find on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud. Today I want to talk to you about uncommon keys to having a great life. Uncommon keys to having a great life. The first one I want to talk to you about is forgiveness. Ooh, a word that kind of throws you off a little bit. Forgiveness. You're like, Milton, that is really a soft topic word to talk about having a great life, but it's an uncommon key. Why is it uncommon? Because so many of us, people, human beings, walk around living a life unmaximized because we haven't found forgiveness for certain situations, certain people mostly. Now imagine this, living a great life and having your life maximized by truly implementing forgiveness. Now I want to talk to you about why forgiveness is so important. I'm going to share a really personal story with me. When I was 7 years old, I was molested by a neighbor child, teenager boy, more than one time. Went on for a course of about a year, and this is an opportunity where just didn't feel right when you're 7 years old. You're so young, so impressionable, and really the trust was broken. There was a trust developed, and it was abused. And that abuse that happened really put me in a lifespan where I was trying to figure out why, for what reason, what did I do? And a lot of times people that have run through abuse or somebody that's dealt with some challenging times in their life really internalize it to make it be something bigger than it is. Is it big? Yes, it's a big deal. But sometimes when we internalize things, we blow it out of proportion. Even when we had no reason for it happening, we did nothing to even warrant it or bring it onto ourselves. But in that situation for me, and I hope to share that story a little bit more in detail, either on a podcast or video like this, but I want to share with you that opportunity when I was young, as I was raised and grew up, that came up with me. And trying to understand it, trying to wrap it around my head and figure out, what's going on here. And that ended up putting me into an opportunity where I was feeling angry. I didn't trust a lot of people. I felt unconfident myself. I was codependent because I didn't really know how to really take it in life. And it grew up with me. And that anger, that bitterness took root in my heart. And it robbed me, even though I had a great life growing up, but it robbed me of a lot of things that I could have experienced a lot differently in life. And that's what I want to do for you. I want to challenge you to break free, find forgiveness, use this uncommon key to have a great life. Forgiveness it's for you. It's not for the other person. It's for you. When I came to a point where I was able to forgive that gentleman, that young man at that time in his life, that was when my life took off. It exploded. Things started happening to me. I started to, create new relationships, find new opportunities, increase my income. My marriage got better. There was a lot of things that I had to deal with when forgiveness was the answer for me. It was something that released me to having a great life and living my purpose. So forgiveness, it's for you. Another reason why forgiveness is important is it's for your purpose. Your purpose sometimes can be stifled, and it's contrasted because there's something blocking its force, and that force that blocks our purpose can be forgiveness or lack of forgiveness, unforgiveness. And I want you to just really deep down, I know you have probably some thoughts in your head or who you may be needing to forgive. And when I say forgive, and I'm not saying never forget, never think, that never happened to me. That's stupid. Never go back to being who you were back then. Let that be what it was. Forgive in that moment and bring that with you. Let that experience be something, maybe a guiding light to someone else, or just a reminder for you to make maybe wiser choices in the future. And I know that you can do that. Another reason why forgiveness is important, not only for your purpose, but it is for your legacy. Your legacy requires you to forgive. Think about someone like the Hatfield and McCoys, and I remember watching that on a History Channel, and there's two families that were always feuding and fighting, and somebody killed this, somebody killed him, she did this, he did that, and it was a family that was always in turmoil, or families are always in turmoil because of one situation, one incident that led to another, that a legacy was, another generation was birthed, and they grew up hating the other family members or the other family, and it perpetuated a cycle. And what forgiveness does, it breaks that cycle and allows your legacy to be free, to really experience a greater life than what maybe you had, to stand on your shoulders and move forward. And that's why forgiveness is so important. And I'm just hitting on I'm going on a 30,000 foot level as far as forgiveness goes, but it runs so deep where you have the ability, you have the power to forgive. Exercise that. It's in your ability, in your power. Maximize that moment and opportunity to forgive that person, to live a life worthy of a calling, worthy of your purpose, to live a great life. Utilize that on my uncommon key today. Forgive, never forget. Forgive. Allow it to be your guiding light to developing your purpose and maximizing any given moment. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the peak.